Hi, today we're here with Dr. Stefanska, who's an assistant professor at the University of British Columbia in the Department of Nutrition and Health and is also a member of the Life Science Institute there. She has a master's in public health and her PhD in biomedical sciences with emphasis on nutritional epigenetics, and she completed her postdoc in cancer epigenetics at McGill University. Dr. Stefanska's research focuses on cancer prevention by targeting epigenetic mechanisms. Hi, Dr. Stefanska.
Hi, Dr. Henagan.
So we have a few questions for you today. The first is, what is epigenetics?
Epigenetics refers to changes in gene expression without changes in the underlying DNA sequence. So this is a definition that may sound quite complicated. So let's start from what is DNA? DNA, every cell in our body has the same genetic material, which is encoded in our DNA. And what is encoded in our DNA decides what we are built of. And then gene expression means that some parts of our DNA can be translated into a protein that performs certain functions in our body. So if gene expression changes, it means that we may have too much of certain protein, or maybe too little, or maybe this protein won't be functional. And now I said that every cell in our body has the same DNA, the same genetic material. So now the question is, how come we have different organs? Cells in our body, depending where they are, they look different and they perform different functions. So here where epigenetics comes. Epigenetics decides what functions a given cell will perform by deciding what kind of genes will be expressed there. So what kind of proteins we will have there. So it's really interesting. So it's not only about our DNA and the sequence, but now also about these additional modifications called epigenetics that will decide about if we have a certain protein in our body or not.
And what role does epigenetics play in cancer?
So this is a very fascinating field. Everything started around 3 decades ago, and cancer is one of the most studied one in terms of epigenetics. So what happens? Epigenetics does not refer to changes in DNA sequence. So it can be reversible. So this is quite interesting because we can target epigenetics with drugs, with different compounds, with different also lifestyle factors, and change it. However, at the same time, epigenetic modifications are prone to different aberrant changes in response to environmental exposures. So detrimental environmental exposures can change the epigenetic modifications in a way that it will predispose us to a certain disease, including cancer. So this is what happens in cancer. We see tremendous changes in epigenetic modifications. Practically, the patterns are reversed compared to normal cells. And now, knowing how everything changes, we can look for targets that we can modify and this way attenuate cancer, prevent cancer, decrease cancer progression.
All right, thank you so much for speaking with us today.
Thank you.